Hi, how are you?
I am doing just fine. How are you doing, Sharnii?
Yeah, good. I'm just working it out because it's a bit quiet on my end.
Oh, is it? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep, I think so. I thought I listened to one of my last ones with you and the sound wasn't too good. Is it okay at the moment?
It sounds fine to me.
Okay, cool. All right,
Yeah.
I'm happy with
I
that.
had to bump you up a little bit because I think I'm louder than you are over the air, but no, it sounds good.
Cool, okay.
It's good.
Sorry guys if I'm really loud. I do talk very loudly.
Oh no, no, I have control over that. So
Oh, good.
I,
Don't
I
be afraid to.
right. I get the view meters right over here. So if it gets too loud, I'll just bring it down a little bit. You're all right.
Can you turn you up at all? Because I can't hear you very much on my end. Not
Uh,
letting me.
you'll just have to turn up your volume because we should be at the same volume going out, and if I turn that up, then I'll overmodulate for the air. So maybe just your laptop volume might get you there. I can keep talking. I can keep talking for hours. Now, oh, you muted yourself. Now, yeah. Wait for it. There it is. I can keep talking for hours if you'd like me to.
Sure. Sorry, guys.
Oh no, you're doing
Might
fine.
take the headphones out. I might just try that.
No,
Like
actually,
really.
you'll probably be better with the headphones in.
No, now I can hear you better.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I'll just what happens, you see when I'm talking and you try to talk, your speakers and your microphone fight, which is why the headphones are usually a better thing, but that's okay. I'll just shut up whenever you go to talk,
Thank you.
as tough as that may be for me.
I appreciate you taking one for the team.
Oh well, hey, it's so good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you. I wasn't sure. I know the last time I think I caught you towards the end of the stream, and so yeah, there was already people queued up and whatnot. So I thought, yeah, I'd pop on and say hello.
Well,
See how you
hello.
going.
Your channel looks like it's been blowing up, hasn't it?
It's not going too badly at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been working a lot on it at the moment, throwing a lot of hours at that Crohn's chick. So it's starting to come together really nicely, and yeah, it's crazy at the moment how busy that channel is. And yeah, I've gotten 180 subscribers in the last 28 days. I'm over 3,000 views. Watch hours is at 430 at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I've seen you on a lot of streams and caught you in the chat on a lot of streams.
Mm.
Surprised as I'm sure everyone was that the Xenia on Pusa Studios was also a sufferer.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, you're getting around. You are working it hard, and it's almost full time, isn't it?
Yes, it's very long days at the moment. Getting it all set up, getting my name out there as well, because I didn't realize I'd done this. I've just created a niche on YouTube with that Crohn's chick. I had no idea I'd done that. And so it's one of those things where, okay, if I've created this, then there's so much potential for it, and I've got to do it right. And I've got to know what I'm talking about. I need to be very proactive with, getting people on the channel to tell their stories, structured times, because I'm in South Australia. I saw a couple of people asking where I'm from.
Yes.
I'm in South Australia. Yes, it's the middle of winter at the moment, so it's freezing.
Oh, I'm so sad for you because we're just now moving into summer.
I like winter.
Oh, you do? Wow. You may be
I,
you may be the other person.
yeah, I'm one of those freaks, apparently.
You're that
But you
other
gotta go.
person who likes winter.
Yeah, Australia is brutally hot here, and you can see my complexion. The medications I'm on, I have to have very limited sun exposure. So I'm very at high risk of getting cancer and all these other issues. So I've got to be very careful. So winter is my time to shine.
Well, that's I'm happy for you. I don't I can't go in with you on that, but I'm happy that you like it.
Thank you.
I'm tired. I'm ready to move south. I've had to deal with the cold for what, the last 55 years almost. I'm ready for some warmth for the rest of my days, to be honest with you. Now
Fair.
yeah, it doesn't get as hot as some of the places. Well, I guess there are places in the U.S. that do, but the places I'm talking about going don't. But I'm tired of snow.
Mm. Fair enough. I can understand that. Thank you for all the lovely comments, guys. I am reading them. I see my name popping up heaps at the moment. It's really nice.
Yes. Lots of support for you. I wanted to ask you about that. You said that you've created a niche for yourself. Did you do any research prior to starting your channel to see if you, and then this kind of sounds weird given what you do, but to see if there was any really competition or any other folks in your space prior to it?
Yes. The big thing that drove me to start a channel was that I lost my job at the end of last year because I was really, really sick. I was in hospital over Christmas. I spent New Year's at home. I was in a pretty miserable state at the end of last year. I didn't know where I was going, how I was going to pay my bills, how I was going to do, all this stuff.
Right.
And so I didn't watch TV. I watched YouTube. And my favorite YouTubers, some of it was just to cheer myself up. Some of it was to learn. And I noticed that there are channels out there that deal with particular kinds of chronic health, like IBD and whatnot. There are those channels out there where you've got the bloggers that talk about their journey with chronic health personally. But I was looking at it going, wow, I'd really love to contact some of these people. I would like to, ask them advice and have a talk. And it was impossible to get in touch with them. The Facebook groups at the moment, there's IBD groups, but they're more towards stomas. They're more towards people who've had surgery, which I haven't. So I was trying to just reach out. I wasn't really getting much back, or at least not what I was kind of needing. And so that's kind of where the idea started. But I didn't know at the end of January when I started, I didn't know that I was going to be doing live streams 5 times a week, which I am now. I didn't know that I was going to be hosting panels and contacting Fisher Studios. And, I didn't actually quite get the reality of I'm currently speaking to someone in America right now. I spoke to, another 2 people today that were in Scotland and the UK in my live stream today, that sort of thing. I didn't know this was what my channel was going to be like. It was literally just a suggestion I had, about live streams. But yeah, I researched before I went, yep, I'm going to do this, and made my first video. I spent 3 weeks researching YouTube, copyrights, fair use, looking at the channels that help other people grow, looking at channels that show you how to do YouTube, best tips, worst tips, all of that. I researched all of it to kind of get ahead of the game as soon as I could. What do I need to be doing straight out the gate? So even if I have 100 subscribers, the channel will be in a way where it could host 100,000 subscribers. I wasn't going to wait to have a good channel as it got older. I was going to do it now. Take all the tips I could and just run with it. And so, yeah, it's been crazy. It's my whole life now. It's everything. I was meant to be going back to study in the middle of the year, and I've said, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not working at the moment. It's all that Crohn's chick. This is my entire life at the moment.
Well, you certainly, I love it. Yeah, you certainly did it the right way. There's a delicate balance between research and trying to get all your ducks in a row, and then becoming vapor locked, because a lot of people that go down that road, they end up waiting so long and trying so hard to make it perfect that they never actually get off the ground. It sounded like you got the basics down, and then said, all right, well, now that I know what I know, let's just get it out there, and then we'll improve as we go. That's the right way.
Exactly.
That's the right way to do it.
Yeah, and also realizing that some of the videos were with, the self-help tips on how to do a YouTube channel, they weren't going to apply to me. They weren't going to apply to my channel. My channel it's mine, and it's my content. Originally I thought maybe it would be more niche-y, even more niche-y, and just about Crohn's and ulcerative colitis and IBD. But then I realized I was getting a few people commenting on my videos talking about other health issues, and I went, I don't want to niche it down. I want anyone with a chronic health issue, mental or physical, to be able to come on and tell their story. you run out of things to talk about if you're talking about one topic, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted it to be everyone's welcome. It's a support group. It's a movement as well. I'm trying to bridge a gap between patients and doctors. And I'm trying to educate the larger community about chronic health in a way that's not judgmental. I don't accuse anyone. I don't blame anyone. We get that a lot. People blame their doctors. They blame healthcare. They blame this and that. I don't blame anyone. It's just owning your own health and taking control. And to do that, you need knowledge and you need support. And that's what that Crohn's chick is. So it's just keeps developing, and more people who come on, I take a little bit from them and I go, all right, I can use this and this, but now I'm not going to use that. Okay, let's run with it. And I don't wait to do it. I do it now. And everyone has to run to catch up. So,
and I think one of the more important things is, because you mentioned this on the first show, is that you're actually talking to these people, right? You're not talking at them, you're talking to them. And I think that is so important, especially people, you know, who need that sort of contact and that sort of support when they are suffering. So kudos to you. I think that's fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, I realized very quickly that, you know, I wanted to be able to reach out to certain YouTubers. I still do. There's certain YouTubers I'd love to be able to reach out to, and I still can't. You know, I want people to be able to engage with me as a person, not as just some person that's done a recording and posted it. And I think that's why the channel has grown so fast, because anyone can relate to the content no matter where you're from. And I don't judge. Everyone's welcome to have their say, and as long as you treat other people fairly in the chat, then that's really all I care about. So it's been an interesting ride so far, and it is growing very quickly. A month and a half ago, I had like 28 subscribers, and
how many did you have when you came on this show? It was under 200, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I hadn't cracked the 200 yet.
Yeah.
But I'd gotten up that amount within like a week. I'd got almost 100 subscribers in a week just before I came on your show. And then through the wonderful support I've gotten from like Pusha Studios, Linda House of Chills, Hazy Days is another group, the Rednecks and their channels. There have been so many great channels that picked up on my channel very quickly and just went, we're going to support this chick to do what she needs to do. They shout out my stuff every time they do a live stream. They always hop on to talk on my live streams. That, you know, it's amazing having channels like Pusha, who just hit 7,500. Like Ksenia shouts out my channel in every single live stream, and they do that 6 days a week.
That's cool.
You know, and she's always got a front door. Her partner Andrew always jokes that I've created a monster. I've said to Ksenia, she's welcome on all of my live streams. I love her to bits. And, you know, he said you shouldn't have told her that, because literally she's just going to be creeping in the background waiting for you to do a live stream.
Oh, but that's not a bad thing. Not from your perspective.
Ksenia, I don't mind. She's an absolute legend. But yeah, she's got some very serious chronic health issues, and on her platform, she doesn't really get to talk about that. She actually does a video once a year, which she did just the other day about fibromyalgia. Just once a year she does it. But on my channel, she can talk about it. And that's the fun part as well. Other content creators can keep doing their thing, but still come to my channel to talk about their health too. So
yeah. And I have a distinct feeling that there are a lot of silent people, not only just watching and listening and learning, but also chatting and not giving up their secrets. You get that?
There's a reason they call it hidden. They call it hidden diseases.
Yeah. Do you get that sense too?
Yes, all the time.
Yeah.
I can usually peg in the comments section, even if someone isn't saying, "Oh, I have this," usually I can peg when someone's got something going on, and a lot of the time it's mental.
Oh yeah.
It's mental health. That's the issue. I'm actually doing a live stream especially for mental health this week, and that is a big cornerstone of my channel is mental health. You know, I don't know if you know him, it's Driven Industries YouTube.
No.
He's a YouTuber that talks about mental health and drug addiction and substance abuse and whatnot. He has his own live chats about supporting people with with drug addictions and whatnot, and recovery and mental health in general. And so he's coming onto my channel at the end of the week to talk about what he does, and we're going to have a conversation about mental health and how, you know, long-term mental health breeds unhealthy coping mechanisms like drug addiction, bad eating habits, and how long-term that causes physical health.
Oh yeah. That's wonderful. Do you have an event set up?
All of my live streams are up for this week. So
okay.
Well, I don't know how to premiere or anything.
You what?
I don't know how to premiere something, but all the live streams are scheduled. They're all ready to go. Yeah,
and you won't have to premiere a live stream. But yeah, if you schedule them, then people can set a reminder if they're not they haven't rung that bell. Even if they do, and of course I haven't found it to work that well. Totally different topic. But yeah, I encourage you to drop a link in the chat when you get done, because I definitely want to set that reminder, even though I have rung your bell, and I want to catch that one. That should be a good one.
Sure, I'll grab a link for that one.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I want to say hello to a few people that just have popped in. We've got Purple Paisley Planner. How you doing? Good to see you back. Who else did I see in here? I saw Magic Jones is in. How you doing, Jason? Yeah, awesome. So I hope I didn't miss anybody else. But actually, Old School and Pebbles Travels. Are you familiar with that channel name? Oh, she was talking about, they were talking about, I blame myself for my disease, abusing my body when I was younger and not getting proper treatment. And Susan Hamilton says, I have Crohn's. I didn't know that about you. So, well, wait, thought I did see you in one of Sharnii's streams.
I'll have a quick look.
Yeah, says I was kind of floored last time you were on. I stay away from doctor now. I've had surgery, several hospital stays, no meds for 15 years. Good on you, Susan. I hope it's working for you.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I am reading most of the comments, guys. Sorry. I also just get very passionate about my channel. It's my entire life at the moment. And also because I'm a chronic health sufferer. I'm not just someone that, you know, hosts the panels. I've had mental health most of my life, and the Crohn's disease is it's recent, the last 5 or 6 years. So mental health is a very important topic
yes.
to me. And I think everyone who suffers, either physically or whatever, everyone is, you know, it can be connected to, a lot of mental health issues. So.
Oh, for sure. Well, physical issues based on mental health. Yeah. We've also got Brandon B. How you doing, Brandon? And Brant Ariels. Welcome to the show, my friend. Such a great group.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's why I wanted to catch that show, because I'm all too familiar with mental issues actually, I wouldn't say causing, but exasperating physical issues, because I don't know enough about whether or not it actually causes it. But yeah, that's an interesting subject for sure. Excuse me.
Yeah. That's right. I have spoken to you, Old School. I'm sorry. I was trying to get the link before. I didn't actually see the name, but yeah, I have spoken before. And Wisco Style, he and I talk all the time. So yeah, these guys, they definitely hop on. Same with Drone Kings as well. I always see his name pop up.
Yeah. Yeah, they're longtime visitors to this show.
Yeah.
God love them. We also have Dangerous Criminals. How you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, and I don't know if you caught my show last time that Wisco was on. He said, he was having some anxiety issues due to school.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was on for that one.
Yeah, he'll probably want to tune into that as well.
Yeah, it's another fun thing, which I wanted to also reason why I hopped on today, because I wanted to say a thank you to you, Jim. You've inspired me to do a very special kind of live stream on my channel.
Really?
Yeah, once a week, Wednesday for me, I think it'll be a Tuesday sort of for you guys. I will be doing a similar live stream that you do, where you invite people to come up onto the panel.
Oh.
And so I'm going to start doing the same thing with regular viewers. I know their names and that sort of thing, and they've got a spanner. If they want to connect with me, they can just follow me on Twitter, and I can send them a message for a Hangouts link, and they can come on and tell their chronic health story and get support and advice. because a lot of my other videos, when people ask if they can come on, I've got the panel on for a reason, and there's particular topics we're discussing, but I want to get my viewers involved. That's what my channel is about. And so, yeah, every Wednesday for me / Tuesday for pretty much everywhere else, I'm going to host a kind of free-for-all chronic health live chat. Everyone can come on and have a discussion about their health as well.
That's cool. Yeah. I am happy to have inspired, and I am not threatened at all. No,
well, you should be on my channel. You should do that. You should be on my panel.
Oh, honey, I'd be glad to come on your show. Absolutely thrilled to come on your show. I don't know what I'd be able to add to the discussion, but that I want made public. But I'm you know, I could. Yeah, I'd love to be on your show.
Well, that's the thing about chronic health as well. It's not all doom and gloom. That's part of what I do as well. You know, a lot of people ask me how I manage all of it, and you know, how am I positive and bubbly? How am I doing what I'm doing right now? And I went, it's because of what everyone's saying in the chat right now. It's because of what you're doing. That's why I'm doing it. I found my sort of calling in life, and I love doing it. So even just hopping on and having a laugh, and you know, talking about funny things that have happened during the week, or maybe it's someone you know that has a chronic illness and you're seeking some support. Like, it's for everyone who's impacted by chronic health is welcome on the channel. So I'm sure there's things you can talk about, even if you don't want to get too personal.
Oh, I know there is. In fact, and I can real third person them if you know what I'm talking about. I know several people in that in several different situations actually that I could talk about without naming names, and the information I'm sure I would glean from folks who are in the trenches would be very valuable. Very valuable.
See, that as well. Some people are really scared to come forward with their chronic health. And again, there's a reason why we call it hidden disease. It's not only because you can't see that right now as I'm sitting here, I've got 6 chronic health problems that impact me every single day. You can't see that on my face, but it does happen in the background. There are some people that are worried about judgment. They're worried about what advice they will get. Will they get bullied about it? Will someone just go, oh, you don't look that sick, whatever, and dismiss them?
Yeah.
So having someone else that's willing to pop up there and go into bat for them and share the story anonymously, that's okay too.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about having the live chat. You can be anonymous in there if you want to, and still get help and support without having to name names or that sort of thing. So
or exposing yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. You know, some people, again, there's really bad, you know, I've got anxiety, so I know what it's like to be in front of people and, you know, being under constant scrutiny and judgment every single day. So I definitely know where the fear comes from. And again, we accommodate everyone on my channel. That's what I do.
Yeah. And to go back to one of your other points, people don't really understand how much doing this sort of thing can lift your spirits. Like you say, you have crowd anxiety, and you're getting through this just fine. And I'm going to postulate why that might be. Is one, you're doing something you really enjoy, and that helps get through the, you know, any pain that might be associated with, or any fears that might be associated with it. A lot of people don't understand that, because when I get on camera, I am the same guy. And my son is an avid YouTuber. He's been in my chat. In fact, he's been on my show, and he'll tell you that this is the real me. I don't put on any fronts, but I'm much happier. Even when I've had a really shitty day, I am much happier once I get on this camera, no matter what that day was like. You know what I mean? And I'm sure it's the same way with you.
Yeah, completely agree. A lot of people don't know that because I'm in South Australia, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do my live streams to make sure that I can accommodate my friends and my viewers overseas. My sleeping pattern is shot to hell at the moment because I'm trying to manage all these different streams. I go on other panels. I try and support my biggest supporters on other live streams as well. So it's very demanding physically, and it's stressful at times. But the second I get on a panel, that all goes away. That's just, you know what, I'm in my element. This is what I'm meant to be doing. This is where my heart is. And it's therapy. Me talking to everyone. I'm seeing all of your wonderful comments. This is therapy for me. This is me because I need to talk to.
Yes.
You know, as not that Crohn's chick, but as Sharnii. I have health issues as well, and this helps support me with my chronic health while I'm supporting others. So yeah, it's amazing. It's a great feeling to have that.
Oh, it is. It really is. Oh, and Dangerous Criminals, thanks for being here. She's got to run.
No worries.
No worries. Something you never hear over here. No worries. Funny part about that is I write that a lot in emails. Oh, no worries. Is that weird?
Well, fair enough.
Well, I'm sure you don't type in yippee-ki-yay, so.
No.
Some colloquialisms make it, some don't.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You've just been so incredible. And like I said, a couple of months ago when I started, I didn't imagine I would be doing what I'm doing right now.
Well, it's just going to get so much better for you from a YouTube perspective for sure, because you're easy to talk to. It's a good show to watch and listen and even participate in the chat. And of course, when you go live, I'm going to participate that way as well. So yeah, and that you love it. I know things are going to just keep rolling forward for you. And look, one of your Aussie friends, Manic Magic, welcome to the show, by the way, Trevor, says that he follows Sharnii. I've actually seen him in one of your live streams lately.
Yeah, I've seen Manic Magic before.
Yeah, he's been on the show twice. I think I told you.
Yeah. A lot of these names I'm seeing now, I think we're all in similar circles at the moment.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Like Val's review, I noticed your comment before. I'm not sure if you're still in the chat. I understand what Sharnii says. I have neuropathy and nerve damage. That's a whole other ballgame. We were talking about that actually last week when it was fibromyalgia week, about chronic pain and how difficult it is to live with it. And yeah, I am reading all your comments, guys, even if I'm getting a bit into the conversation. And thank you so much, everyone, for the comments. It's great.
Great people that come into my show. I can't thank them enough. Seriously.
Yeah, I certainly get some characters on my channel. There's one in particular the last 2 days where unfortunately I had to block her from my channel. This person decided to, instead of saying, hi, how you going, insert themselves in the conversation, basically decided to write yesterday in caps locks that because of my chronic health, I am cheating on my husband.
What?
Yeah, and was shocked that myself and others in the live chat and my friends, a lot of my friends are in there, where all of us were just stunned for her to say that. And I think what she was expecting from my messages, she got a bit aggressive as well when obviously I wasn't validating the fact that she's got a chronic illness and that's why she does that. Yesterday, eventually she did pipe down after a couple of, warnings. But then today she hopped back in and she called one of my panel members, Alana, who is now a regular co-host on my channel. She called her, she said she looked like a drug addict in withdrawal.
Wow.
Because we have to be talking about drug addiction at that point when it comes to medications. If you're on opiates or something for too long, if you can develop addictions to medication you're on. That was the context. Obviously, she, again, didn't say hello, didn't try and work into the conversation, didn't ask why we were talking about it. She instantly accused one of my panel members, a very good friend of mine, of being a drug addict. And so after that, and getting aggressive when we didn't really support her comments, I blocked her from my channel.
Yeah. Well, we're all going to get that. Yeah, it's unavoidable. As soon as you put your face out there and connect with a group of people, there's always going to be one in a group of several.
Yeah, I do get a few of those. That one was the most, again, I was stunned that she said that, and that she was expecting me to, like I said, she was expecting me to validate her behavior of cheating on her partner purely based on the fact that she has chronic health.
She's looking for approval?
Pardon?
She was looking for approval of sorts?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
man.
And she was aggressive and angry at me and also the other people in my chat when all of us went, no. You know, we just, again, I was shocked that once she opened with that and then started calling me a bully and that I was inconsiderate and I should apologize. And I was like, no.
Yeah, that's not how this works.
Wrong live stream, honey. You need therapy. I am not a therapist.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing?
I get the people that message me 20 times a day, telling me every single detail of their lives and how bad it is and that sort of thing. It's like, no, guys, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a doctor. I just have a support group. There's a reason why I call it support group and not therapy group.
Yes.
There's a big distinction between the two. And especially as my channel gets bigger, I don't have the time to drop everything I'm doing for one person.
Yeah.
That's why they have therapists for that. They have psychologists. There are support people for that.
Yes.
I'm not that person, especially if you're justifying cheating on your partner because of chronic health. No.
Yeah. Well, that, and anytime someone's coming to you for one-on-one help, there's always going to be that desire to help, but yeah, I'm thinking if they're coming to you, knowing what you're all about, right, which is more of a support group than, you know, one-on-one therapy, then they probably need to go to a professional because there's something deeper there. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't have the time. I also don't have the experience and the qualification to be able to, in a healthy way and in a clinical way, unpack all of that stuff that those people have. And that's the reason why we have therapists.
Yes.
That is their job.
Yes.
And a lot of people, if I see a professional, they won't be able to relate to me like another person would who has it. And there exactly is the problem. I'm another person that has anxiety, chronic health, all that. It's hard enough for me to deal with my stuff, let alone trying to take on hundreds of other people that want me to deal with their stuff. So I can't. My own health, I can't do it. Right. But I can give you the tools you need. I can give you the resources. I can give you the links. I can send you to where you need to go so you can take control of your health. That's what the channel's about. It's just the in-between to help the patient get to the practitioner.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and if you don't have that skill already, you're going to have to hone it.
Yes.
Yeah, because the more popular a channel gets, the more of those sort of people are going to, you know, happen by you, and which is fine, but you're probably going to have to shut that down pretty quickly for your own mental health, if nothing else.
Yeah, and I'm very lucky that I've got really great supporters. Like I said, Alana from a Facebook group called Literary Cut, she's now a co-host.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reaching out to people like Driven Industries, who's coming on at the end of the week, and other support groups that are already sort of there, that are a bit more niche-y than mine, a bit more focused on particular things. I'm reaching out to them, so that's where I can refer people to.
Very good.
So my chronic health, here's where you can go if you want to learn more. And those people do the same thing I do. They go, right, based on what you've told me, here's what I recommend you do. Here's some stuff in America. Here's places you can go in the UK. You know what I mean? So I'm starting to make the connections now, so I can start referring those people to places where they can actually get the support they need. So kind of becoming a bit of a hub, a chronic health hub, and we're sending people out from there. I think that's the way to go. So that's what I'm trying to do, as well as my channel.
Sure.
I'm building this hub for chronic health.
And those sort of resources are great fodder for your description box as well, like on a regular basis, you know? Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. That's why I get them on my panels. That's why I'm getting these people on my panel. So others who, you know, I've noticed a lot of people in the last few weeks talking to me about mental health and drug addiction and all of that. That's why I reached out to Driven on one of his live streams, and he reached out to me on my videos. And he said, I'd love to come on a panel. So I got him on Twitter. I went, right, can you come on this week? That was yesterday. I went, can you come on in a couple of days? Unfortunately, he really likes my channel, so he's gonna hop on.
Oh, cool.
So that's what it's. Yeah, that's part of the channel as well. Is getting people to where they need to go. Yes.
Well, thanks for dropping that link, Brad. Drone Kings in Darwin dropped a link to your channel. Rancher Grown, how you doing, hon? And who else did I just see pop in? That might have been it. I used. Did you see the Rent a Groan says, and that's Claire, by the way. She said, I used you for therapy, Jim. Sorry, but you give good advice. Honey, I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. I've had a couple people come on and ask me advice. And, of course, all I can do is give you my half a century worth of experience and whatever knowledge comes with that. But I'll do it every time if I think it's going to help.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just do what you can. That's one of my life mottos is do what you can where you are with what you have.
Exactly. I like that. That should be on your banner. Be on your channel banner. I love that.
That's actually not a bad idea.
I know.
It's very true. You can apply that to anything, whether you've got chronic cough or not. Just do what you can. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, I got a question here. What's my favorite CCR song? Oh God, I don't have a favorite CCR song. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a favorite. I love a lot of their stuff. Even when John Fogerty sounded like him in the outfield. He got sued for sounding too much like CCR, and it was all him.
Wow.
I know. Oh man, I tell you, court systems are screwed. And of course, Tim Yance calls me a Grandpa Jim. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate that, buddy. I'll have you know, Tim, that I am down to under 5 minutes for both eyes to get these contacts in. I got a technique down. I don't know if you've been following that, Sharnii. I just got contacts. I think last time you were here, I had glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I'm getting better at it. It was a 45-minute struggle for me the first couple of days, and I've whittled it down to under 5.
That's good. I'm trying to go back to the comments. I kept seeing my name pop up, and I feel really bad.
You don't have to tell me. This happens every show for me. I get so into what my guests are saying that I can't follow up on the chat. That's why I ask them to tag me if they have any direct questions for me, anything.
Yeah.
Because I'd be all over that, but it's hard for me not to find the other ones, right? So.
Yeah, no, there's been some wonderful comments.
Oh, and he and Brad just dropped your link again. Thanks, Brad.
Oh, thank you.
My dad used to sing "Looking Out My Back Door" with me as a lullaby. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, look, see, I opened it up, Sharnii. I said tonight was Ask Jim Anything, and they're asking me what my favorite Eagles tune is. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I think it's "The Last Resort." Ooh, that'll make some people think. That will make some people think. Are you familiar with the Eagles at all, Sharnii?
Not really.
Oh, great music. Great music.
Sorry.
Oh, now Rent a Groan wants to know how much you love Casey Musgraves and why. I'll tell you why I like Casey. You don't mind if I just answer these questions while you're here, do you, Sharnii?
Ah, go for it.
Okay, good. The reason I love Casey Musgraves is because her voice is I don't even know how to describe it. But it's almost a step back from contemporary country, but not totally into the twang, even though they've got some steel guitars that happen. But it's just so clean. And I'd love to, I haven't yet looked to hear her a cappella, but it's just so clean. She's got that vibrato at the end of words that just gets me every time. I don't know why, but yeah. There you go, Claire. There's your answer. Oh, look, they guessed. It was from Hotel California.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I do like Desperado, Ed. Absolutely. What does Brad say? That Crohn's chick, you know the Eagles, West Coast.
Nope.
What does that mean? That's an Aussie thing, right?
Yep. Nope. Sorry.
Do you guys have any bald eagles in Australia?
No.
No, you don't? Okay.
Well, not that I know of, anyway.
Only you would get that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Renter Grown says she has a fantastic voice, but she reminds me of a new, yes, absolutely, a new Reba McEntire or Loretta Lynn, in that she sings about current issues without fear, and it's all about her life, trials and tribulations of her life, which sound like a pretty poor upbringing, you know. This is Casey Musgraves. That's who Claire's talking about.
Cool. Sorry, I'm still catching up. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. I'll keep you in the loop.
Thank you.
I'm looking right down at the bottom because they're starting to throw a bunch of questions. I got some big things up here that swoop my drones when I go out video calling show. What are they? What are the biggest birds? What's that?
Probably magpies.
Do you know if you have any turkey vultures over there?
I know.
Yeah, we have a bunch.
I'm not sure. Normally, when I get asked questions, it's about koalas and kangaroos.
Oh, did you see the video where Brad took us on a short tour of Darwin?
No.
I mean, it was short. He just walked out of his office, walked down to a memorial. It was the bombing of one of your bays, bombing of Australia, and somebody in the chat said he wanted him to fight a kangaroo, and I thought it would. What's that? Yeah, he wanted Brad to fight a kangaroo, and I thought it would have been so funny if he'd reached up and grabbed a stuffed koala out of the tree, out of any tree, and just started beating the crap out of it. It's a weird sense of humor thing.
Koalas are super doped up, guys. A lot of people, that's where the whole drop bear thing comes from. I'm sorry to burst anyone's bubble, but koalas spend like 20 hours a day sleeping, and the eucalyptus leaves they eat basically make them drunk and stoned out of their skulls. So you really have to piss off a koala to get them to attack you, and a lot of the time they won't. So yeah, and yes, we do have ostriches in Australia, and we have cassowaries as well. Stay away from the cassowaries, man. They're evil birds. They're evil. Emus. Oh, that's it. Yeah, emus. That's what we have. We have emus. I'm not a very good Australian. Sorry, guys.
Oh, don't worry about it. I don't know half the animals we have over here either. Seriously. Who could know unless you're studying them?
Yeah, no, I actually slacked out one of my friends. I slacked out Alana the other day. There's a reason why we're going to do a video about diets and food from across the world, is because she was messaging me in a private chat, but we weren't live streaming at the time. And she's like, so what's everyone having for dinner? Or, you know, something like that. What are we eating right now? And I said, kangaroo sausages and potato gems. And she thought I was joking.
And you weren't.
No, we eat kangaroo meat. It's actually some of the best meat you can eat. It's high in iron and B12. It's lean and good for your heart. It's cheap because, of course, Australia. You know, and they're not farmed, so there's no chemicals or any crap that goes into them. They're really healthy for you. But she legitimately thought I was joking. And so in a couple of days, because she's in Scotland or the UK, we're going to do a panel about strange world foods and diets that help with IBD and IBS and all of that. And yes, I have tried croc and snake.
I've had croc and snake. I've had croc and snake.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They serve it down south all the time. Potato gems. It says, I don't know what they have over there, but I'm sure it's big and it'll fly and kill you. Oh, and of course there are cows in Wisconsin. I said, Wisco says there are cows. Wisconsin has cows. Oh man, now we're getting off the rails here. So.
Yep. All right.
Spotted dick and bangers, dude.
Yeah, I got told about this the other day. You can't surprise me now. I got told about this. That's an actual thing. They're not joking. That's an actual thing.
You're right, Claire. It was Gator. Yep.
Oh,
it was good. It was good. Well, should have an Aussie call-in show, exclusively Aussie. That would be fun. I know there are like 3 or 4 of you in now, and I've had a couple others on the show. That would be fun. Well, because you guys are like, this is right in the middle of the day for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is 12:44 at the moment.
Yeah.
For me, anyway. I'm in a different time zone to the other guys.
Sure. But I could schedule it to where it was more of your evening, so when folks get off work, it'd be easier for them. I work from home, so my schedule's wide open.
Sharnii, favorite fish to eat. I like what's it called? I think it's hoki. It's the New Zealand river fish. It's one of my favorites. It's really, really healthy. Again, not farmed. There's not like heaps and heaps of mercury in it. Yeah, I think it's called hoki fish or something like that. Really, really good New Zealand river fish. Very tasty.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chrissy says, then have a Canadian call-in show. Chrissy, you're on the same time. And for all intents and purposes, this is a Canadian call-in show. Ooh, walleye is fantastic.
Pretty much.
Absolutely.
I live hours from Sharnii. Do you? Really?
Sharnii.
Oh.
A little extra S in there. 3 hours. Huh. Small world.
So I've been told that I'm one of the few South Australian YouTubers. There's not a lot of us in South Australia that do the YouTube. So
you're a groundbreaker. An absolute groundbreaker.
Yeah, apparently. Keep getting told. It's such amazing feedback, especially for my channel. It's so young. It's only been maybe 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
That everywhere I go, everyone's just going, wow, you're going to blow up, you're going to be amazing, you're going to do this. You're just like, wow, that's incredible motivation, because it's extremely hard in the beginning to keep the motivation going. When you see your subs drop a bit, or when you're not getting as many views on one video as you did on the other. And, it's very hard to get caught up in the analytics and the tags and the titles and the thumbnails, all the techie stuff behind the scenes that not your viewers don't really see. So it's really great motivation having all this wonderful support and feedback.
It really is. And you are preaching to the choir. I spent an entire month talking to no one but myself.
Yep.
So
my first couple of lives were like that.
It's brutal, isn't it?
Flying off to the moon. Yeah, that's right, Wisco. I was on when you were talking about that, how one of your videos became a trend or something, or it just got heaps and heaps of views. Yeah, it got placed on the recommended page. Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
My analytics are pretty good at the moment. I'm pretty happy with them. I've got it's like an 85% rate. Oh, what is it called? Fuchsia Studios told me it's like 85% engagement rate.
Oh yeah.
Higher watch time, but that's because I do live streams.
Sure.
All of my statistics and analytics are all up over 100%. They're all in the 600 to 800% at the moment.
The one you the two that you really concentrate on are going to be the retention time, right? How long into your videos are they actually watching, and then your click-through rate on your thumbnails. Those are two giant stats.
I was going to ask you about that, because this is the call-in show.
Sure.
I'll ask you about that. So my click-through rate, I believe, is over 4%, like 4.5% at the moment. Is that good? Is that bad?
No.
Is that out of 10? Out of 100?
No, it's out of 100. But you're unlikely to get over 10 for the most part. I mean, you got to, well, it's all an exposure, right? The more exposure you get, the more you work up in the algorithm. Turns out the higher your click-through rate is. But anywhere from 2 to 8 is a really good click-through rate, especially for where we're at. Yeah. And of course the upper channels, they'll struggle to stay, between 10 and 20.
Right. Okay.
Yep. And that's only because they've got a built-in audience, right? People know exactly what they're going to find as soon as they click. So they go ahead and click that thumbnail. So it may not be thumbnail related for them at that point. It's more their personality and their content. For us, it's all about the thumbnail, because most of the people that are going to be seeing our thumbnails are people who've never seen us before. So we've got to grab their attention.
Yeah, retention rate is key. Yeah, so I think my friends at Pusher, they did a little review of my channel. I won one of their wheels. They did a little review and they said I've got around 85% at the moment retention rate. Yeah, and YouTube is recommending my content at about 23 to 25% at the moment. Yeah,
and we're all trying to up that number.
Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that, considering again I'm very young channel.
Yes.
I'm kind of glad that I wasn't wanting heaps and heaps of numbers straight away, because I'm still working out heaps of YouTube. And making sure that when people come onto my channel, not only are they clicking on my thumbnails, but they check out my channel and go, whoa, I really love what I'm seeing, and they want to stay.
Yeah.
I want people to stay and be a part of the conversation and do that. That's the most important thing for me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting. Wisco just says his click-through rate is 6%. Now this includes his blow up. So Wisco, if you can remember, if you got to check this, what was it before your channel blew up? Because I'm going to guess that it was closer to 2 and 3%. Because he was moving up at about let me see, what did he pass? I think he was getting around at 500, and then kabam! It just 400. I'm sorry, and then boom, it blew up. But for younger channels, the click-through rate is usually much lower than 6. So, I mean, I'm getting very close to 6 at my subscriber level.
Awesome.
Yeah, but that is what is. See, that's the thing about mine. You put out videos without live streaming, so you have that. The videos I put out not live streaming are actually parts of my live stream. So I expected slow growth. I literally expected it and was geared up for it, and I'm still happy with it, because not everyone's going to catch it, and it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And it's not niche. There's no niche. So these subject matters I throw in there are great to start a conversation, but they don't really, they're not as engaging as a full on focused subject. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I think, again, I'm very lucky with the context, I guess, of my channel is because it's so relatable. A lot of people can engage with it. So I've picked a topic that isn't, again, it's a new kind of niche. It's a live online support group on YouTube. There's no one doing that on the scale that I'm doing it and where I hope to get it. So I've actually, miraculously, I've managed to fall into a very exclusive niche, and I may set a standard for other people who come onto it. Again, I'm a little bit pressure. Gonna do it right.
Don't think of the pressure.
Yeah, a little bit. I want to do it right for my viewers, and if other people wish to follow in my footsteps, then I'll support those channels and start sending people to them. Because again, it's a reason why I've got Alana as a co-host now, because she's got so much knowledge and she's very involved in the Facebook groups, which I'm not very involved in. She's got her own YouTube channel, but that she doesn't have a lot of time for that at the moment. It's something she hopes to do in the future. So by her being on my channel, talking about ostomies and surgeries, that end of IBD, and autoimmune and whatnot, when she does decide to do her channel, automatically she's already got a fan base that's going to follow her over there by coming on mine. So yeah, it's great. I'm more than happy to see other people do the live streams and support groups as well, and sending people over to support them. We need as many people to get on it as possible so we can support. Because I'm not going to be able to support millions of people in a live stream. At the moment, while it's small, I can be really engaging with my audience. When it gets to, hopefully it gets to a much bigger audience, I'm going to have a really hard time with it. And I'm going to need people like Alana and these other groups to help pick up some of the slack that I'm just going to miss.
Yes. That is, but that's a good fear to have. What's that?
I'm starting it now.
It's a good.
I'm not going to wait until it blows up and I have to try and catch up. I'm not going to wait for that. I'm going to build the groundwork now, so when it does get bigger, we can start spreading that out. Yeah. And get a couple of co-hosts to help you. I'm already in the process of doing that. There's another guy called Grant. He's a naturopath in Kentucky who loves my channels, and so he's about to start his own naturopathy channel on YouTube. And so yeah, once he does that again, I'm going to start sending people that way to start getting advice. I think we're going to try and line up at least one live stream a week, and he's a co-host on. And yeah, talking about how naturopathy and natural remedies can help support you with chronic health. So I'm onto it. Don't you worry.
Oh no, another smart move on your part. I'm impressed. I am literally impressed. You're going about this all the right way. And
well, it's because of my friends. It's my friends who have helped teach me about it, and it's these other. I go onto other live streams that aren't chronic health related. The ones that have like 4,000, 5,000 people watching at one time. You look at the panels and they're not engaging with the viewers.
Right.
They're just talking in a live stream, and that's not what I want to do. I want to be able to have, people, even if let's say Alana and Grant aren't on a live stream with me, they can be in the chat, monitoring the questions, putting it aside, sending it to me to make sure that I keep up to date with it. And have particular moderators doing different tasks, promoting different things. So it's just building it now, getting the groundwork laid now. So if and when it does get to a bigger stage and it gets a lot more attention, there'll already be the foundation there to make sure that everyone who comes onto my channel will be heard and will get support.
That is so smart. So smart.
Thank you.
And you'll get to that point. I know you will. I can see the fire in your eyes. I just know you will. You're loving it. You're absolutely loving this, aren't you?
Yes. It's my life now. This is what my life is going to be like. This is going to be my career. This is going to be, hopefully what I'm remembered for is, doing the first online support group and helping every chronic health sufferer, helping the doctors and the practitioners that support us. I want to pioneer that, to bridge that gap. There's a huge gap at the moment, and there are people that are suffering in silence. There are people that are dying because of it. The healthcare system doesn't work everywhere in the world. It's a huge global problem, and someone's got to be brave enough to tackle it, and that's what I'm going to try and do.
Yeah. Have you set up a Subscribe Star account yet for donations and memberships? It's it's like Patreon.
I've got a PayPal at the moment.
PayPal me or just PayPal?
It's a PayPal fundraiser at the moment. I haven't gotten onto the Patreon stuff yet. I've just about finished up doing my first lot of merchandise.
Very good.
Yes, just finished that. I announced that today. As part of I'm doing a raffle at the moment to help a friend of mine, Nancy in America. She's being put through the absolute ringer at the moment with her health. And because of her insurance, she's unable to keep up with the medical costs of everything that's happening. And so me along with a couple other groups are doing a raffle where you can start winning the first pieces of my merchandise before anyone else has it. So yeah, I'm doing a lot. I'm doing it step by step, and I'm trying to make sure each step is done really well before I move on to the next one.
Sure, absolutely. Well, the reason I mentioned something like a Patreon or a Subscribe Star is because it's not easy supporting yourself early on, especially when you can't get monetized. And if you build a following that cares enough to make sure that you can keep going, then they have that option to even $1 a month, which for them may not be as much. I mean that's a cup of coffee a week, right? 2 cups maybe. But enough of those would help you continue to do what you are still doing. So I would suggest that you go check out. I'm not I'd make no secret of this. I'm no Patreon fan because of some of the some of their business practices, but I don't fault anyone for going with them. I am a Subscribestar fan because they don't filter content. Just
Okay.
an FYI for you. Go with
Yeah.
whichever one you want to, but I think giving them that option, or a PayPal Me, because you can actually or you can donate the same amount every month, which would automatically roll if it's a PayPal.me, and I think that's what the fundraiser you're talking about type of donations. Any way you go, though, it gives them a chance to actually help keep your channel going, and I would suggest that because you help people out, give them a forum. You deserve some compensation, and it helps keep you going. It's in their best interest. What's that?
Okay, Subscribestar, is it?
Subscribestar, yeah.
So what does that entail?
Well, you can set up different donation. They can actually do a one-time donation, or you can set up different levels of regular donations, like $1 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month. Any amount that you so choose to create as levels of support. And when somebody signs up, they put in their credit card or their bank card, and it just automatically deducts it every month. They can stop it at any time. I'm a supporter of a few channels. I'm getting ready to support our buddy there at Magic Jones. He does his music for a living, and me as a musician, I really dig that, and I want to keep him going. So it's one of those things where you can get those donations, and it helps help. Well, they get to help you help them. You see what I mean? So that was a long answer to a short question. I'm sorry.
Is that like a YouTube membership thing? Is that what you see when you can become a member of a YouTube channel? Is that the Subscribestar?
Yeah, it's the same thing as a Patreon, but so are the memberships for YouTube. You can be a member of a channel, and it'll automatically deduct whatever amount you've agreed to support with. Yeah, same thing.
Cool.
But it'll be a while.
Cool.
Yeah, it'll be a while before you and I can even think about YouTube memberships, because that threshold's pretty, out there.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, even Gypsy Heart says that she's going to get started with one as well, which is awesome. Welcome to the show, by the way, hon. I just saw somebody else talking about it as well. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Doesn't cost you anything.
Mm-hmm.
They take a cut, of course, for the transfer, but yeah, you need 30K subs is what Wisco says for the memberships, for the YouTube memberships.
Right.
Yeah. Ouch. And you can actually apply to be monetized before you qualify and get in line. And as soon as your channel is and not everybody can do this, but if you go into your channel options and you see that monetization hasn't been enabled, if it says you're not qualified yet, then you can't do anything. But if it just says enable, that means you can sign up for monetization well before you qualify for monetization. That gets you in line. This is for you and everyone in the chat. So I've heard people having to wait 1 to 3 months for monetization after they're qualified. But if they sign up beforehand, they get in line, and then as soon as they make the requirements, the trigger flips and they get a quicker review. So, so just a little help from me to you, huh?
Thank you. I do appreciate that, because at the moment I'm on benefits. I'm on sick leave benefits at the moment, and that really honestly doesn't cover very much. And this YouTube channel is what I want my life to be. It's what I want my career to be. So yeah, doing the merchandise, doing the fundraising through PayPal, which doesn't come to me. The PayPal goes to other people. That's fundraising.
Sure.
Having something like a subscription service, or the Subscribestar, Patreon, that sort of thing. That's one of the next things I was going to look at once I did the merch, which I'm about finished up with now. So yeah.
Who did you go with? Teespring? Yep, me too. And Ray Russell says, I don't really want to monetize YouTube, even though YouTube already said he could. Ray, I'm with you, buddy. I don't want to run ads. I want to monetize. So if people want to throw a super chat my way, I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine. I think it's wonderful when people help folks out like that. I've done it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I really don't want to run ads. My channel isn't the type that really lends itself well to ads. I don't want to make people wait before they come on and that sort of thing. I'm just It's one of those things. If someone is kind enough to donate, I'm gracious enough to accept it with eternal gratitude. Believe me, because this is not cheap. Yeah, this is not cheap, nor is it, because the time you spend on this sort of stuff, it's very consuming, as Sharnii just told us a minute ago.
Yes, it's my entire life centers around my channel now, and I'm doing it 5 days a week. The live streams alone, I do 5 live streams now a week. So yeah, it's something I can do from home as well, which makes it so much easier than trying to work for someone else and have to try and explain my chronic health all the time, which is very stressful, that sort of thing. This makes me my own boss. It's really great to be able to do my thing. In the comfort of my own home. So
yes, absolutely. Well, to answer your question, Gypsy Heart, there you go. Somehow Brad found the links and posted them. Thank you, Brad. But I have a PayPal me, and I have a Subscribestar page that I'm still working on, but I think it will. I know it's enabled, but oh man, we've got all kinds of people coming in late. We've got Outdoors with Eric. I saw you a little bit earlier, buddy. Welcome to the show. And of course, Dole Whip Dad, how you doing, man? And then I saw Above and Beyond, wasn't Chills TV? How you doing? American Gold Prospectors, all these people I didn't get to say hello to. Thanks, guys, for being here. Go ahead.
Yeah, guys, for hopping in. I did pop into Chills TV live stream before I hopped on this one. So
oh, you did?
I did. I said hello.
Awesome.
I'm very busy, and it's another reason why I picked this time slot for my live streams, because mine go from about 6 to about 8:30 in the morning. And then from about 8:30 onwards until about 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, all of my friends are doing live streams and video. I spend a couple of hours doing that. In between all of those, I'm doing my own Crohn's stuff, and then I clock off at about 6 o'clock. So it's at least a 12-hour day, and that's not if someone else does a live stream later at night, which I always try and make an appearance on. So like we were saying, guys, there's so much that goes into having a YouTube channel. The content, like I've got to do a lot of research. I'm constantly connecting with people to, get them on panels. It's insane. As part of the reason my channel is growing so quick is because I'm putting in all of that time.
Oh yeah.
And that's what you have to do. You have to do that. You can't just post a video and expect people to come to you. You have to go to your viewers until you get big enough, and then YouTube does its magic. Your friends who support you do their magic, and then you leave it with them and you focus really just on content. In the beginning, you have to promote yourself, and you have to not be afraid to let your content be up there for scrutiny. Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's one of the only reasons that I will hit a lot of those live streams is really to reach those people that maybe haven't heard that they have the opportunity to come on the show, that sort of thing. Try to answer the questions and whatnot. And it was really hard. I'll admit it was really hard not to just start hitting that subscribe button, because people subscribe, to you. I mean, it's real hard. But I got to thinking about it, and I've had some discussions with a whole lot of people. Probably the most important one was Andrew Pusa, who agrees with me in that subscribe to your tastes and expect other people to do the same. And when I came to that, I thought, okay, and I go check them out, but I tend to subscribe to those channels I think I'm going to go back to, the people I enjoy, the content I enjoy, that sort of thing. I don't know.
I completely agree as well, because in my mind, whenever I'm on, let's say, Pusha Studios and whatnot, and they do a little shout out for me, I'll see my subscribers go up by a couple, and then the next day I'll see them drop back down. It's because they're trying to do a sub for sub. And that's not the way my channel works. That's not what it's about. And what I say to people, when occasionally I do get the comment on my video, oh, I subbed to you. It's like, okay, I appreciate that, but your content is not what I'm looking for. When you get me as a subscriber, I'm not a sub to sub subscriber. As I've just said to you before, if you have me as a subscriber on your channel, I will watch your videos. I will thumbs up. I will try and make it to every live stream if you've got them. I will try and leave thoughtful comments. I'll help promote your channel. As a subscriber, I'm very motivated to help you achieve your goals. Yep. As another content creator, I know how hard it is. I don't want numbers on my channel. If you're not going to watch my content, do not subscribe to my channel.
Exactly.
It's that simple. And if you get me as a subscriber, I'm a very dedicated viewer, and I will support your channel to the best of my abilities. So, yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Look at that. I've got 2 Nightbots in my chat, and they're neither one of them are named Nightbot. You guys are great. Brad says fire Nightbot. I'll be it. That's one of the best things, and I'm going to close on this, Sharnii. But isn't that some of the best thing? One of the best things about this whole thing, the people you meet and get to interact with on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's the reason why we do it. It's because of this. This is why we're on here. This is why we're spreading whatever message we have to say. This is why we do it, not just for ourselves, for either work or because we've got a message to send, but because of the viewers. So.
Oh no! What did he do? Wait! I'm sorry. Grab my dad makes me watch a joke. Get your video call and show merch. And Teespring, use the promo code DroneKings and get a 100% added to your checkout price. Dude, that'll learn me. That'll learn me for not reading it through. Oh, I tell you, man, some of these guys are just over the top great.
That's awesome.
Well, Sharnii, it's 20 till midnight here. Is that even a?
Sorry.
Is that even a way to call time, 20 to midnight? But
sorry.
Oh, it's not your fault. I wouldn't stick with you if I didn't want to talk to you.
It's been a great live chat. Thank you so much.
Sure, and I do want to be on that live panel. So I'm going to go to your channel and make sure I set that reminder. You said it's going to you haven't even scheduled that sort of live panel yet, is that right? Just the mental health and a couple others, where you're gonna the free for all.
Yeah, so all of my panels for this week and on next Monday, are all scheduled and on my channel, so they're all ready to go. And I do tend to throw the links up before the live stream, sometimes like a couple of minutes beforehand, depending on how quickly I can get out of bed. I put them on Twitter. And I put them on Facebook. So if you guys want to kind of keep up to date with my movements, that's probably the best way to go. Okay. But if you subscribe, ring the bell, then you get notified. And they're all up there. So if you want to see, I'm going to try and make it so you can see the videos that are upcoming for the next sort of like week. And you can decide which panel you'd like to jump on or have a chat. And Wisco, yes, we'll have a chat. I think I've got you on Twitter now. So that's basically, if you want to get in touch with me to look at maybe hopping on one of my Wednesday/Tuesday panels, all you have to do is just follow me on Twitter. I will try and follow you back. Gets us, support, connecting.
Absolutely. Networking.
I'll shout you out or I put up a link to one of my videos. Just follow me on Twitter and I'll try and follow you back and we'll talk from there. Cool.
Now, what I was talking about specifically was the free-for-all you were talking about, pattern after mine. You haven't thought about when you're going to do that one yet, or is it already scheduled, one of those schedules?
Tomorrow.
When's that? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The first one is tomorrow,
okay.
And it'll be Wednesday.
Okay.
That I do it, I think, which is Tuesday for you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. I'm definitely going to try to hit that. Oh, David, the producer, you came in at the end again, dude. But it's always good to see you. Yeah. Coffee music, same. All right, guys. Sharnii, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm not blowing smoke, or I'm not blowing vape up your butt about your channel blowing up. I know it will. Vape buds. And I do look forward to being on one of those panels very, very soon. I'm hoping tomorrow. I'll have to see what my schedule looks like, but I'm definitely going to try to catch it.
Oh, good. Thank you so much for having me on. Bye, everyone in the chat. Thank you.
All right, and we will talk to you soon. Next time you come on, we'll do another deep dive, because I don't know if 5 questions is enough. We're going to need at least 5 more.
Fair enough. I can deal with that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you have a good you have a good day, and we will have a good evening. And we
Thank you so much for having me on. Bye.
You bet. We'll talk to you next time, hon.
Will do. See ya.
Bye-bye. It's over. Did you enjoy that show? Hey, listen, if you want a guest cut just like this, all you've got to do is come on the show. It's as simple as subscribing, ringing that bell, and then watching it. The instructions are right there at the head of every show. You know you want to come on. You know you want a guest cut. You know you want to tell your story. You don't have interviewers beating down your door. So join us at the video call-in show. We'll see you live.